We just had some friends and family over, and so they wanted to have a go, and so we've just done that. It's been a really interesting visit. So the first thing is I wanted to try out, do they find it easier to do the grab click or the tilt click? Because my hypothesis so far is that people tend to prefer using the grab click while they're learning, but then once you get better, then the tilt click becomes more appealing. So I advise people start with the grab click and then move to the tilt click as they're ready. So that's really good. We were playing around with grab click, and there was this problem with grabs happening when they shouldn't be, or more precisely, the more common one was that grabs would begin when they should be, but then they wouldn't end when they should finish. I brought up the visualizer, and what was happening is that even when the person moved their hand flat, two fingers were locked down. While the other two fingers are in the correct position. That hurts. I'm not going to do that again. So that's really interesting because it's this finger here that we are measuring to work out where whether the hand's open or closed. So I'm going to have a think about this and go, do I want to take all of the fingers into account? Do I want to change which finger I'm taking into account? The problem is we had two fingers. Sometimes it was one finger, sometimes it was two. So let's say it's two fingers that are in the wrong position, but two fingers are in the right position. If I take the average of them, we're averaging to something in the middle, and we're going to have a flapping state because we'll be dancing around the threshold. However, that may still be better than the current state, because if it's only one finger that's in the wrong place, three will be in the majority, which will be throwing the average into the right place. Or maybe we go, three of these fingers are in one sort of area, whereas one finger is doing something completely different. We can discard that one finger. But if it's two fingers, then that breaks that idea. Another possibility is to do weightings. That could be quite interesting. I need to do some experimentation now with collecting my own data, as in what happens when I'm using it. I'm very rarely seeing this problem. I don't know if that means my hands are particularly ideal or what the story was, but there was nothing weird about his hands. Like he was doing everything right, and it's like they're not deformed, they're not in any weird shape, they're not unusually proportioned or anything like that. Everything was normal, and I really couldn't see any reason for the sensor doing that. One of the other assumptions that I want to try out is, in our testing there, it was always one or both of these first two fingers. With someone else, will that assumption hold true? So I'm going to try and do that with my own testing. I'll get another person or two to try it as well and see if we can get any clarity there. Because if it's always these two fingers, well then, hey, we can just say use one of these other fingers. That's a very easy fix to make. It feels a little bit too easy in that it's a very fragile solution. We're moving the bubble, but probably we're making it better for one person and making it worse for someone else, or something like that. So I'm not going to implement any changes right now. I need to think about it, a day or two, whatever, I'll have a think and decide what is the best way forwards, and then I will implement it. But I'm really happy to have this because it does actually explain some weird quirks I've seen in the past, which I just haven't had time to dive into. So that means now I know why those are happening, and just can get straight on to a solution. So this is a good day.